Welcome back. Welcome to a new show. Yes, welcome to Bago en Inglés 4.0, program number or class number 182. Son muchas clases, eh? 181 classes have been completed up to now. When was the last time you received continuously 100 or 100? ¿Puedo empezar con a o con one? Con los 100. 181 classes consecutively. When was the last time? For many of you, probably never, because you don't have enough perseverance. You start and you stop. Then you start again and you stop again. Many people here don't have patience and perseverance and discipline. But now, we're starting today class number 182, which means that we have successfully completed 181 classes, which also means that we have only 14 classes left. Not bad for the beginners. So, as I said, we're getting closer and closer to the end of the beginning. Not to the beginning of the end, to the end of the beginning. We're getting closer and closer. Slowly but surely, step by step, little by little, we are making progress. It takes a long time to learn a second language. I know from my own experience, 3 different types of experience. Learning Spanish for myself, learning French for myself, and teaching English to 6,000 people, different people in 35 years. Sometimes in groups, sometimes privately. Many people. I have observed many people. And the people who have gone successfully from point A to point B needed a lot of time, a lot of effort, sometimes a lot of money, okay, to do it. Money is not necessarily necessary, but time and effort, yes. Son constantes en la ecuación. El dinero es una variable, pero las dos constantes en la ecuación son time and effort. Y no lo puedes cambiar. If you come to me and you say, Richard, puedo pagar lo que sea, pero mi problema es el tiempo, I said, no me pagues nada. Porque el dinero no compra tiempo, en este caso, ni esfuerzo. Okay? You can't, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would like to say, yes, no problem, give me a lot of money, and here, aquí hay una pastilla que te doy de inglés. Lo hablas como yo, okay? Lo tomas. 50,000 euros, toma. All right? Probably you'd pay. 50,000 euros is cheap for a pill. But if it includes effort, effort and time, entonces ni te vale 5,000 euros el inglés. It's interesting. Psychologically, the change. Okay, shall we continue? Today is class number 182, but let's begin on camera 1 with a very brief review of class 181, please. Are you there? All right. We were talking about to drive. Drive, to go for a drive. In the summertime when the weather is fine, you can reach right up and touch the sky. In the summertime, you've got women on your mind. Have a drink, have a drive. Bueno, ya no se recomienda beber y conducir. Have a drink, have a drive. Go out and see what you can find to drive. Remember, this is very, very important. In English, we almost always, casi siempre, we almost always use the movement verbo de locomoción, para desplazamientos. In Spanish, you use the verb ir o venir o volver o regresar, plus the form of movement. Volví corriendo, volví andando, volví en coche, volví en avión. And in English we say volé de vuelta, conduje de vuelta, nadé de vuelta, anduve de vuelta, okay? I walked back. I drove to the pharmacy and then walked back. I flew to Barcelona and then drove back. Okay. I know a person, this is true, very interesting job. I have an old friend of mine from many, many years ago. He lives in New York City. He lives in New York City. Bob is his name, Bob, Robert, Bob. And every week or every month, he flies to Los Angeles. Well, miento. He drives to Los Angeles and then flies back. Sometimes he flies to Los Angeles and drives back, but he never flies both ways. You say, well, why? Listen to me. This person has been working for about 15 years, a very interesting job, and he flies sometimes he flies from New York to Los Angeles and then drives back. It's a long drive, 6 days. It takes 6 days, constant driving, to drive from Los Angeles to New York. It takes 6 hours to fly, 5.5 hours perhaps, to fly from New York to Los Angeles, and 6 days to drive back. And then, 2 or 3 days later, maybe, he drives to Los Angeles and then flies back. But he never flies or drives both ways in the same trip. Why? Well, my friend is a car transporter. If you have a car and you live in New York, okay, and you need to move or spend a certain amount of time in Los Angeles, you fly to Los Angeles and you pay a person to drive your car to Los Angeles. Okay? And this happens often. And this old friend of mine drives sometimes to LA, sometimes to New York, and he flies. O sea, diríais en castellano, va en avión y vuelve en coche. Pero en inglés no. Vuela a Los Ángeles y conduce a New York. And last week he flew to Los Angeles and drove back to New York. The month before, he drove to Los Angeles and then flew back to New York. Yes. And he told me he prefers to fly from Los Angeles to New York and to drive from New York to Los Angeles. He says it's more interesting, I don't know why, to drive west. I don't know why. Because the sun is in your eyes. When the sun is going down, it's in your eyes. But he prefers that than to drive east. Interesting. Drive, drove, fly, flew. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello there. Nice to see you again. My name is Fitz, and we're going to review your last class. So I hope you're ready for a review, okay? And we want you to pay very close attention. And here to help us is Esther.
Hi Fitz, how are you?
Very well, very well. Once again, you're helping us to review.
Yes, once again.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
The first verb, the first part, is the verb to drive that we're going to practice with. So, Esther, did you drive a bus last month?
No, I didn't drive a bus last month.
Okay, and in the positive?
Yes, I drove a bus last month.
Okay, so did you drive a bus last month? No, I didn't drive a bus last month. Or yes, I drove. No, I didn't drive. Yes, I drove a bus last month. Ask me if I drove a bus last month.
Did you drive a bus last month?
No, I didn't. Ask me if I drove a bus this morning.
Did you drive a bus this morning?
Okay, no, I didn't. Ask me if I drive a bus every day.
Do you drive a bus every day?
No, I don't. Ask me if I'll drive a bus tomorrow.
Will you drive a bus tomorrow?
I don't think I'll drive a bus tomorrow. Will you drive a bus tomorrow?
No, I won't drive a bus tomorrow.
Okay, so will you drive a bus tomorrow? Will you drive? No, I won't drive. Or yes, I'll drive a bus tomorrow. Ask me if I drive to work every day.
Do you drive to work every day?
No, I don't. Ask me if I drove to work every day last year.
Did you drive to work every day last year?
No, I didn't. Did you drive to work every day last year?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Do you drive to work sometimes?
Yes, sometimes I drive to work.
Okay. How often do you drive?
I drive twice, 3 times a week.
Okay, so how often do you drive? I drive 3 times a week. How often did you drive last year?
Last year, I drove every day.
Okay, so I drive twice or 3 times a week. I drove every day last year. Okay, now a question for you. How often do you drive a train? Okay, maybe some of you drive a train often, but I never drive a train. Do you ever drive trains?
No, I've never drive a train.
I've never driven.
I've never driven a train.
Did you drive a train last year?
No, I didn't drive a train last year.
Will you drive a train tomorrow?
No, I won't drive a train tomorrow.
Very good. Ask me if I drove when I was 5 years old.
Did you drive when you were 5 years old?
I drove toy cars. Ask me if I drive a Ferrari.
Did you drive a Ferrari?
Right now. Ask me if I drive.
Do you drive a Ferrari?
No, I don't, except in my dreams. Ask me if I drove to Logroño 5 years ago.
Did you drive to Logroño 5 years ago?
No, I didn't. Ask me if I'll drive to Logroño tomorrow.
Will you drive to Logroño tomorrow?
No, I won't. Okay, so will you drive? No, I won't drive. Did you drive? No, I didn't drive. Or yes, I drove. Are you ready for the next part?
Yes, I am.
Are you ready at home? Okay, let's go. So the next part. And it's like this. Ask me if I know what my neighbor did yesterday.
Do you know what your neighbor did yesterday?
No, I don't. Do you know what your neighbor did yesterday?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you know what your neighbor does every day?
No, I don't.
Okay. Ask me if I know what appears on the front cover of magazines.
Do you know what appears on the front cover of the magazine?
Very good. Ask me if I know what appears on the front cover of magazines. Do you know what appears on the front cover of magazines? Yes, I do. People appear on the front cover of magazines. How do you say that? People appear on the front cover of magazines in castellano.
La gente aparece en la portada de las revistas.
Okay, so people appear on the front cover of magazines. Ask me if I know what you like.
Do you know what I like?
Well, I think you like English. Is this true?
Yes, you are right.
Okay, okay. Ask me if I know where you live.
Do you know where I live?
No, I don't. Ask me if I know what the king likes to eat.
Do you know what the king likes to eat?
Okay, very good. No, I don't. Ask me if I know what the king likes to eat. No, I don't know what he likes to eat. Ask me if I know what tortilla is.
Do you know what tortilla is?
Yes, I know what tortilla is. Ask me if I knew what tortilla was before I came to Spain.
Did you know what tortilla was before you came to Spain?
No, I didn't. So, ask me if I knew what tortilla was before I came to Spain. Did you know what tortilla was before you came to Spain? No, I didn't. Ask me if I know what my sister is doing right now.
Do you know what is your sister?
Do you know what your sister is doing?
What your sister is doing just right now?
Okay, and can you repeat the question?
Do you know what your sister is doing right now?
Okay, so do you know what your sister is doing right now? No, I don't. Okay. Ask me if I know what we are sitting on.
Do you know what we are sitting on?
Yes, I do. We're sitting on chairs. Okay. Ask me if I know what we are doing.
Do you know what we are doing?
Yes, I do. We're having an English class. So ask me if I know what we are doing. Do you know what we are doing? Yes, I do. We're having an English class. Ask me if I know what they are doing.
Do you know what they are doing?
Okay, they're listening to us. So ask me if I know what they're doing. Yes, I do. They're listening to us. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
Okay, welcome back. How much does a pen cost? I don't know. A pen like this costs about, I don't know, £3. pens for €1. It's cheap. Okay. How much does a paper clip cost? I have no idea. A paper clip like this probably costs 20 cents. How much does a cup like this cost? I have no idea. But a cup like this probably costs €1, €2. How much does a pencil like this cost? I have no idea. To tell you the truth, I don't know. To tell you the truth, I don't know. But probably it costs about 10 cents or 15 cents. How much does a watch like this cost? I really don't know. My wife bought it for me. I don't know. But a watch like this probably costs €200. I really don't know. I have no idea how much things cost. I don't pay attention to these things. I don't buy many. My wife buys things. She pays attention, but I don't. Because I'm not a good consumer. I don't consume. I don't like to go shopping. The only thing I buy is gasoline for my car. And that's it. Ya está. Okay. But how much does it cost, me está diciendo Maria? How much does it cost to change from camera 1 to camera, or from camera 2 to camera 1? Well, Maria, of course, it doesn't cost anything. It's free. This is, well, then why don't you change? It's not expensive. It costs time. We lose 1 or 2 seconds. But I think it's necessary, so let's change. Okay. How much did this ring cost? How much did this ring cost? Ahora, ¿cuánto costó? I don't know how much it cost. My wife bought it. How much did this watch cost? I have no idea. I have no idea because my wife bought it for me. All right. How much did my car cost? I don't know because I didn't buy my car. Did your wife buy it for you? No, my wife didn't buy it for me. I don't have a car. I'm not the owner of my car. My car is a rental contract. A 4-year renting, como dice aquí. We say a rental contract, a 4-year rental contract. So I don't know how much my car cost. How much did it cost you? Me? Yes, Richard. How much did it cost to fly to Texas last summer? I don't remember. I don't remember, but I think it cost. I think it cost. No confundáis. It cost con it costs. It costs is the present tense. Cuesta. It cost is the past tense. Costó. Por eso no hay un S en la tercera persona singular porque no es presente. Last summer I flew non-stop from Madrid to Dallas. How much did it cost? I really don't know. Probably, I think it cost around €1,200. I flew economy. I didn't fly first class or business class. I flew economy. And I think it cost around €1,200. All right? And Richard, how much did it cost to buy your current house? Well, I bought my house 6 years ago, and I don't remember how much it cost. I just don't remember how much it cost. I think it cost €270,000. Yeah, I think it cost that. I don't know, I'm still paying for it. Yeah, I still owe, I still owe about €160,000 on my house. But I don't remember how much it cost. I think it cost 270. I think. But I don't remember. Okay? I don't remember. And ask me how much it cost to learn Spanish. How much it cost me. Richard, how much did it cost you? How much did it cost you to learn Spanish? It cost me 4 years of my life and about 3,000 hours to learn Spanish well. Okay, it cost a lot. It was very expensive for me to learn Spanish. I started learning Spanish when I was 13, but in normal secondary school classes in Oklahoma, where nobody speaks Spanish, or at least nobody spoke Spanish then. And when I was 20 is when I started learning Spanish seriously. And the price was very high. It was very expensive. It cost a lot. It took me 3 years or 4 years of focus, priority, to learn Spanish well. All right. And how much does a small apartment, a studio apartment, cost in Madrid or Barcelona today? Well, maybe 80,000 euros. I don't know. How much did it cost 40 years ago? I don't know. It probably cost about 3,000 euros 40 years ago. How much did it cost to use the subway in Madrid in 1972? Do you know? How much did it cost in 1972 to travel by underground in Madrid? Yo recuerdo. I remember. It cost 2.5 cents, 2.5 centimos. It cost 4 pesetas. I remember. And in 1973, 5 pesetas, a 20% increase. All right, my God. All right. It cost 2.5 pesetas, 2.5 cents to travel by the underground in Madrid in 1972. How much did it cost to buy a car in 1978? Well, let's see. I bought my first car in Spain in 1978 in the summer, and it cost 277,000 pesetas. I remember perfectly. How much is that in euros? I don't know. Maybe 16,000 euros? No, I don't know. No, excuse me, miento, 1,600 euros. Yeah, it cost about 1,600 euros to buy a car, a Simca, in 1978. So, how much did it cost to do things in Spain 30 years ago? It cost much less than today. It cost much less than today. Now everything costs, third person singular, now everything costs much more than before. I'll be back after our sponsors.